Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is going to be on this look that I created using my Tartelette in Bloom palette from Tarte Cosmetics. This is one of my absolute favorite eye looks. I've been doing it so much lately. If I could wear this look every single day, I would, because it's so easy to put together. It looks so nice. It's perfect for either daytime. You can spice it up a little at night by darkening the outer edges of it. I think it's just one of the most perfect looks. It's a very neutral look and you have a little bit of shimmer in there, so that's why it's one of my favorite looks. I will link everything I use down below. Of course, as always, if you like this video, if you like my channel, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will jump right into the tutorial. Bye guys! Alrighty, let's get started with this look. So first I'm starting off with my Glorious Face and Eye Primer by Younique, and because I have super dry skin, I'm just going to apply this all over my face instead of just in my T-zone area where a lot of people normally do. And then I'm going to take the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and I have this in the shade Light, and I'm just going to dot this all over my face, and then I kind of spread it out a little bit so it was easier to use the brush. And I'm going to take my oval brushes from my makeup brush set. I am seriously obsessed with these brushes. They just smooth my foundation out so quickly and so easily, and the bristles are so soft. I just seriously love these. I've been using these almost every day for every look I do because they're just so easy to use and to apply my foundation with. Next, I am taking my contour palette by Makeup Forever, and I'm just taking a smaller one of those oval brushes, and I'm going to take the very lightest shade on the end and just apply it to all the areas I want to highlight. So as you can see, I'm applying it to my under eyes, and I'm just kind of doing it in a triangle shape, and then I'm going to apply it on my chin, right underneath my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and then on my forehead as well. And then I'm just going to take a slightly bigger brush and I'm just going to blend all of that out. This is one of my favorite ways to blend my concealer out lately because it, like I said before with the foundation, it just blends it so beautifully and so quickly and easy. And I think I just like the finish of it is just really nice. I like how it feels. Everything about these brushes just is really nice. And now I'm just going to take that smaller brush again, and I'm going to take the contour shade in the palette, and I'm just going to apply that along my nose, and then on my hollows of my cheek, and then on my forehead as well. And then just like before with the concealer, I'm just going to take a slightly bigger brush and I'm going to blend it all out. I also really enjoy these brushes for blending out contour because I've tried cream contour before, and I've tried to blend it out with like a blending bud, and for me it just like wouldn't blend out like how I wanted it to. It just looked very like choppy, and you could see where I had applied the contour and it just didn't blend out but nicely at all. So that's why I really like these brushes to do that. And now I'm just taking my banana powder from Ofra Cosmetics, and I'm just going to use that to set all of that concealer that I just applied. Now I'm taking Beachfront Bronzer in the shade Sunset from Younique, and I'm just going to apply that over top of my cream contour just to darken it up a bit and kind of blend everything out, and because it's a powder, it will just set that contour as well. This is what I usually use whenever I do my contour. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics Studio Brow Palette, and I'm going to take that shade there on the end. They don't have names, so I just kind of pointed it to it for you guys. And then I'm just going to take a spoolie, and I'm going to just kind of make sure all of my little brow hairs lay down the right way. And then I'm just going to take an angled brush and some of that powder, and I'm going to start to outline my brows. I always outline my brows first and get the shape that I want, and then I go back and I fill them in how I want them. And voila, the brows are done. So now I'm going to take my Tartelette in Bloom palette from Tarte Cosmetics. I love this palette. The colors are seriously so beautiful. So I'm just taking the shade Flower Child, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. And the brush I'm using, it doesn't have a name, but it's one of the brushes from Sonia Kashuk. Now I'm taking the two shades Smarty Pants and Jet Setter, and I'm just going to take another brush from Sonia Kashuk, a blending brush, and I'm just going to blend those two colors out in my crease for a transition shade. And I just mixed equal parts of each of those colors. And now I'm taking the shade Sweetheart, and I'm just going to apply that right over top of that transition shade that I just applied. This is just to kind of brighten it up a little bit and give it a little more of a rosy kind of look. Now I'm just going to take the shade Rebel in that same blending brush, and I'm just going to apply this to the outer corners of my eyes. I love using this blending brush to apply things to the outer corners, even though it is a little big of a brush to do this. I think that it just gives it that flawless kind of finish, and if you're very careful, you can do this without making it messy. And as you can see, I'm just kind of blending it slightly towards the inner corner as I start to lose product on the brush. Now I'm taking the shade Funny Girl and my B16 brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to start to apply this all over my lid, and I'm going to stop right where I get to that the Rebel shade that I just applied on the outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of blend that out so that it all looks nice and smooth and there are no harsh lines. I love this little B16 brush for applying things to the lid. It just gets it nice and precise, and because it's so small of a brush, it's really nice for packing as well. Now I'm just going to mix the two shades Rebel and Leader, and I'm going to take my B42 brush from Morphe, and this is just a nice little crease brush, and I'm going to start applying that right over top of that color I put on the outer corner just to darken it up a bit and give the look a little bit more dimension. This is also a really nice brush if you're looking for a softer bristled crease brush, because I know at least a lot of the ones that I have are kind of rough, so I really like using this one to blend out my looks really nicely. Then I'm just going back in and taking that blending brush again, and I'm going to go right over top just to blend everything out and make sure it's all smooth and there are no harsh lines. Then I'm going back in with a little bit of Funny Girl just to make sure everything is nice and crisp. Then I'm going in with my Tarte Clay Paint Liner and the angled brush that came with it to create my wings. If you're looking for a really nice kind of gel liner, I highly recommend this one. It's very, very black, and it lasts literally all day without coming off. And it's really nice because it comes with that brush in the set, and so I think it's definitely worth it for that as well, because this brush glides it on very, very nicely. Then I'm going in with my Elizabeth Arden Grand Entrance Mascara, and I'm just going to kind of apply this to make sure all of my lashes are covered, because I'm going to go in with these lashes from Icona Lashes and the style Love Story right over top. These lashes are the bomb. You can get them on Amazon, and I will also link that below. Then I'm just going in with a different crease brush, and I'm going to take the shade Rebel and apply that all over my lower lash line just to kind of smoke it out, and then go in with that mascara on the lower lash line as well. Then I'm taking my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette in those two shades I showed you right there, and just kind of apply that to the apples of my cheeks over top of my contour. Then I'm going in with the highlight shade in Angel from that palette, and I'm just going to apply that on my cheekbones, right on the center of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and on my Cupid's bow as well. Then I'm going in with the liquid matte lipstick from ColourPop in the shade Chi. Love this shade. It's a perfect like brown shade, but it's not too dark and it's not too warm. It's seriously my most favorite shade. I use this almost every day with every look because I think it just complements my skin tone really well and it's beautiful. Then I'm taking my NYX matte finish spray and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. So I hope you enjoy this. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.